In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make mild Poffins that are able to increase all your stats, all your traits to maximum so that you can make a ribbon Pokemon for the Pokemon Contest Championship. So the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need 6 Pokemon that you can use that are allowed in the Amity Square Park at the north of Heart Home City. Now, here is the list of Pokemon that you can see on the screen that are allowed in here. You do need to have a party of all of them. You need to have all 6. But first, you need to raise their friendship levels as high as you frickin' can, because the higher their friendship, the higher your Puffin levels are going to be. So once you manage to get 6 unique ones from that list that are able to go into Amity Square Park, you can start raising their friendship. And you can do this by putting one Soothe Bell on one of them to make sure one of them level up faster. Otherwise, you can go to the southern area of Heart Home City, down the route all the way to the old couple here to the left of the mansion, and you can use the VS Seeker item to battle them over and over. Something cool you should know is there is an app in your Pokétch device that you can use to track the friendship of your Pokemon. It's this one with all the Pokemon moving around. Now when you hold the trigger in or the A button, you'll see several amounts of hearts come out of the Pokemon. One heart is like, like it's just starting to like you. 2 small hearts is it's getting there. 2 big hearts is the maximum amount of love, like you can see from the Infernape there. Now, you're trying to get the 2 big hearts on all of them. Some of them will level up a lot slower in friendship, and it's going to take you a few hours to get them all up to max. One way that actually helps me a lot is actually going into the underground and just destroying Pokemon after Pokemon after Pokemon down there. You can either catch them, destroy them, beat them, do whatever you want. As long as you're having multiple battles with these Pokemon in your party, it will slowly raise their friendship the more you battle. Just keep checking back on the app. Unfortunately, you can't use the app in the underground, so you'll have to leave the underground. You're trying to get something where it has like the big hearts. Like you can see my Glaceon and my Vampirion have the big hearts, but the other ones only have these smaller hearts. I'm gonna actually start just at this. This is enough. I've done so many battles right now. I'm okay with this. You could even go further though. You are going to need a bunch of berries. Luckily, the berries that you need for this, that I'm going to give you the recipe guides that we get from Austin John Plays, will actually be obtainable throughout just the game. You just have to go around to all of your berry plots around your world and collect them and just plant them. You might need to do this over like a day or two if you haven't been doing it already, just to multiply some of your berries to get a lot more. Like I've got a lot more, and this is only like 2-3 days of like full map planting. Okay, so once you have that party of 6 and you have them at a high enough friendship that you're okay to go start making Poffins, the Poffins we're going to be getting are going to be at least level 60, some of them pushing over 60, and some of them, if we make like a little bit of a mistake, will be lower than 60. So all you have to do is enter Amity Square Park, and what you have to do is go find all of your Pokemon first. So go find the 5 that all run off, and as you speak to all of them, you'll see they will all follow you like in a convoy kind of line, which is pretty cute and also fun. And also, remember that you can use the right joystick to zoom in if you want to take some nice screenshots with your whole cuteness crew here, which is pretty cool. We're also going to go ahead and make our Puffins here in Amity Square Park by this lady over here, which you can obviously easily find, and we're going to be doing these recipes that you can see on the screen. Now the nice thing is here, if your Pokemon are high enough level in friendship, you'll see they're also standing around the whole Puffin thing, which is pretty cute, right? So we have 5 recipes here. You only need to make each recipe once, because each recipe will give you 4 Puffins of each kind. So that spicy one will actually give you spicy, but a little bit of sweetness as well. The dry one will give you dryness, but a little bit of bitter as well. The sweet one will give you mostly sweetness, but a tinge of sour. The sour one will give you some sour, well, mostly sour, and a little bit of dry. And for the final one, the bitter one will give you mostly bitter, but a little bit of spicy. You'll notice when you're feeding your Pokemon all these Poffins, you'll be like, oh, but this one didn't get maxed out. Once you get to the other one that has the little bit of it, it will max out and it'll be super easy. And if you've done everything correctly, your Puffin should come out looking like this over here. A nice, mild Puffin, level 62 times 4, and your time to complete should be around 40 seconds. All you have to do now is find the Pokemon you want to feed it to, and feed all of those level 60 Poffins that you just made to the Pokemon. You'll notice that they also have a very low smoothness. Smoothness is actually the counter for the sheen. The higher the smoothness means your sheen is going to fill up quicker. The lower the smoothness, like the ones I made here, are smoothness 10, you can actually get them even lower as well if your Pokemon and everything like is just the highest friendship and like everything just goes perfectly. You can actually get that like smoothness down to like an 8, even a 7, and you can feed a lot more Puffins to the Pokemon without the sheen bar filling up so quickly. If your Pokemon has a nature where it likes something, like mine likes sweet food, unfortunately it doesn't like bitter food, so I have to give it another bitter recipe, another bitter Poffin, just an extra one to boost it up to max. And even then, I still have space in my Sheen bar. As you can see here on the screen, there's still a bunch of Poffins I can still feed it, even though it would be pointless because we have maxed out every single trait and we can now compete in the contest that you can use a Pokemon where you compete in all the different categories at the same time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.